Welcome to the Explainer. Every time you sit down at a restaurant and order your favorite meal, there is literally a high-stakes invisible war happening right behind those kitchen doors. It's this constant, daily battle against microscopic threats that would love absolutely nothing more than to completely ruin your dining experience.
Okay, let's dive into this. How exactly do restaurants stop these invisible threats before they ever even get close to your table? Well, the frontline defense isn't just about, scrubbing countertops with bleach. The real battle is actually won through rigorous temperature controls and incredibly strict organizational protocols.
So, to understand this hidden defense system, here is our roadmap today. 1. The danger zone threat. 2. Chilled storage rules. 3. Frozen storage rules. 4. Strict separation of foods. And 5. Tracking and accountability.
Let's start with Section 1, the danger zone threat.
Before a kitchen can build its defenses, it really has to know exactly where the enemy operates. And the danger zone is a very specific temperature range, right between 5 degrees Celsius and 65 degrees Celsius. Basically, this is the microbial sweet spot. It's where harmful pathogens multiply super fast. So, keeping your food safe simply means keeping it entirely out of the specific temperature gap at all times. Moving right along to Section 2, Chilled Storage Rules.
So the crucial point is this specific number, 4 degrees Celsius. According to strict food safety codes, base chillers and commercial refrigerators must operate at or below this exact target. Keeping food at 4 degrees Celsius or below safely removes it from that microbial danger zone we just talked about.
But hey, it's not just about maintaining a cold room, right? There are highly nuanced rules inside that chiller. For instance, any ready-to-eat foods kept for more than 24 hours must be explicitly marked with a consume by or a preparation date. And here is the absolute kicker. These ready-to-eat foods must generally be tossed out if not consumed within 3 days to remain safe. It's a strict, non-negotiable policy to prevent those slow-growing pathogens from crashing the party like uninvited dinner guests.
All right, Section 3, frozen storage rules.
I want you to burn this number into your mind. Negative 18 degrees Celsius. This is the mandatory continuous operating limit for all commercial freezers and walk-in deep freeze units. At or below negative 18 degrees, products remain solidly frozen, keeping them entirely safe from temperature abuse.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the precise biological distinction between merely chilling food and actually freezing it. Chilling it down to 4 degrees slows the multiplication of bacteria. It extends the shelf life, but it absolutely doesn't eliminate the threat. Freezing at negative 18 degrees, however, completely halts the multiplication of pathogens, and that is exactly why freezing is so heavily relied upon to protect your high-risk raw items.
Which brings us to Section 4, strict separation of foods.
Because even if the temperature inside the fridge is perfect, you need tactical maneuvers inside these storage fortresses to prevent cross-contamination. Just like in dry storage, you must completely separate raw products from cooked or ready-to-eat foods. Spatial organization acts as an unbreachable physical barrier. Cooked or ready-to-eat foods have to be placed on the very top shelves to protect them from any potential drips or spills. Conversely, high-risk items like raw poultry must be completely separated and placed on the absolute bottom shelves.
And what happens if that separation actually fails? Well, the code enforces a strict discard rule. If any part of a food item shows signs of biological contamination, let's say a tiny little corner of a loaf of bread grows mold, the entire unit is compromised and must be thrown away. You literally cannot just cut off the bad part. It is a rigid, zero-tolerance policy.
And finally, Section 5, tracking and accountability.
These are the rigorous systems that ensure those temperature defenses never, ever fail. The magic number here is 2. Under the supervision of a person in charge, food handlers must physically inspect and log the chiller and freezer temperatures a minimum of 2 times a day. Typically, that happens right at the morning opening and post-shift evening closing. And this brilliantly illustrates the kitchen's watchtower. Notice how every single block in this official cold storage temperature record matrix needs a value. Any blank space on a regulatory log sheet like this represents a critical compliance gap, and it actually constitutes a major food safety audit failure. Health inspectors demand highly specific fields on these logs. It's way more than just jotting down a quick number. It requires the exact date and shift, precise temperature readings from a properly calibrated thermometer, the initials of the staff member checking it, and a supervisor's validation signature. Plus, all these hard copies, they must be kept on site for at least a full year. The daily accountability is just intense.
But hey, what happens when things actually go wrong? Say a walk-in freezer suddenly spikes to -12 degrees during a crazy dinner rush. The person in charge must enact immediate corrective actions. Step 1, protect the stock by transferring vulnerable items to a backup unit that's actually at or below -18. Step 2, inspect the unit for broken door seals or frost. Step 3, call a certified tech. Food safety is a highly active, ongoing process.
So, the next time you enjoy a perfectly safe meal out, keep this quote in mind. These rigorous logs and temperature checks are the invisible shield protecting your plate. It isn't magic keeping you safe out there. It is incredibly disciplined operational science. Seriously, next time you order a meal, just think about the immense daily operational effort happening right behind those kitchen doors. Who is manning the watchtower for your food today? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep asking great questions, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next one.